marvels of their construction, the rich history surrounding them, and the architectural secrets that have fascinated historians and archaeologists for centuries. The iconic pyramids, particularly those at Giza, were not just monumental tombs for pharaohs, but served as grand statements of their power and divine status. Originally clad in brilliant white Tura limestone, these pyramids glimmered under the Egyptian sun, presenting a sight that was both awe-inspiring and intimidating. Yet few today are aware that what we see now is a mere shadow of their former glory, with most of the original casing stones removed over the centuries, often looted or eroded by time and environmental factors. Among these structures, the Bent Pyramid stands out as a unique case, preserving much of its original casing due to its innovative design, which helped it withstand the ravages of time better than others. The pyramid's slightly inclined casing stones were positioned in such a way that thermal expansion, caused by the intense Egyptian sun, did not lead to their dislodgement as readily as in other pyramids, like the Great Pyramid of Giza, where precision in the masonry may have ironically made it more susceptible to stone loss. The concept of thermal expansion is critical in understanding why some pyramids fared better than others, as the heat causes limestone to swell, and without adequate space to accommodate this expansion, stones can crack and fall off. Peter James, a structural engineer and the managing director at Syntec International, emphasizes that this thermal stress has been a significant contributor to the deterioration of the pyramid's outer layers, which once showcased a stunning sheen, now lost to history. Interestingly, the survival of some casing stones at the top of Khafre's pyramid may be attributed to a historical mishap, where a collapse of the inner fill material created an unstable situation that made quarrying these upper stones perilous, thereby preserving them in place. Furthermore, the pyramidions, or capstones, of these monumental structures were typically the most vulnerable elements, often lost or destroyed, leaving us with only scant evidence of their original grandeur. The reconstruction of a pyramidion, thought to belong to the Red Pyramid, highlights the challenges of attributing fragments to specific pyramids, as discrepancies in angle and design raise questions about their origins. This is compounded by the fact that modern depictions often project an image of gilded or elaborately inscribed capstones, a vision largely derived from later dynastic examples, such as those from the New Kingdom, rather than accurately reflecting the 4th dynasty pyramids. The ancient Egyptians' inclination to embellish their monuments with gold and inscriptions did not extend uniformly across all pyramids, as the reflective quality of polished limestone would have obscured any smaller golden features that might have been placed atop the massive structures. The sheer scale of these pyramids made it difficult to discern finer details from a distance, where ancient Egyptians would have viewed them from the ground, looking up. Thus, the interplay of light and perspective would have created an overwhelming visual experience, but one that left little room for smaller decorative elements to shine through. When considering the design choices for pyramidions, the aesthetic of contrast becomes pivotal. Evidence suggests that the use of dark granite or basalt for capstones would have provided a striking visual contrast against the bright limestone surfaces of the pyramids, enhancing their overall grandeur. The later pyramids, such as the Black Pyramid of Amenemhat III, employed dark granite for their capstones, further illustrating this principle of contrast that would have drawn the eye and commanded respect. The question of whether the tradition of using darker materials for pyramidions dates back to the Great Pyramids remains a tantalizing mystery, but it is clear that such choices would have made sense from both an aesthetic and practical standpoint, resisting the erosive forces of nature far better than lighter stones. The legacy of these ancient wonders is not merely in their architectural brilliance, but in their representation of the ancient Egyptians' beliefs about the afterlife, divine kingship, and their relationship with the cosmos.